What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. If you're here, you're obviously interested, at least a little bit, in the Ursine build. And I'm going to go through that real quick for you and show you my build and my gear. And you can decide if that's something that you might want to invest in. Seeing as how it costs a couple, let's see, probably 25 to 30,000 crowns to build a full Grandmaster set. Doing this will allow you to see if it's something you really want to make that kind of investment in. So, overall, it's a heavy armor build. So, you don't have to use Grandmaster if you don't want to or don't have it. But if you have the means, use it. If you're too low level, just fill it out with heavy armor. But really, the Grandmaster Ursine armor looks pretty awesome. As far as armors go in the game, I think it's one of the best looking armors. So without further hesitation, let's go take a look at the armors and the stats that are important. So here's a quick look at the armor. Plate, mail, heavy leather, pretty badass. I like it a lot. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is your Grandmaster set or your heavy armor, fill it all up with Quen signs. Now, the nice part about the Grandmaster set is as you are building it and upgrading it, your signs will stay. So, if you have the first set of bear armor, don't hesitate to put the best Quen sign in it because when you upgrade it later, it's going to keep that. So, as you can see, when I first started my set, I put a 5% in there because I thought I would destroy it, or I thought it would get destroyed, and it didn't, and it stuck. So put the best stuff in there that you can afford, because I'm going to have to go through and delete that eventually, and I'm going to lose all of my signs. So it is what it is. But you're going to want to use the Grandmaster Ursine armor, and the reason why is because of the bonus. So the bonus is when Quen's shield shatters, there's a chance a new one will be cast at no cost. So that's pretty awesome. The chance is 30% for the whole set, so 1 in 3. And then your damage dealt by abilities involving the Quen sign is increased by 200%. And I'll show you in the talents why that's interesting later. So here's your weapons. As you can see, one of the main draws for the Ursine weapons that I've found is the adrenaline point gain and the critical hit damage. So pretty good critical hit damage bonus and pretty heavy adrenaline point gain. You're going to want to use attack power runestones in all your swords. Alright, and for potions, most important potions for this build, and it probably shares this with others, but this is what I use. Superior Thunderbolt and Superior Tawny Owl. And then for healing, Rafard's Detection and Superior Swallow. So Thunderbolt is 35% flat attack power, so very strong. Tawny Owl, increased stamina regeneration. You know, the higher your stamina, the more signs you can cast. Your Rafard's Decoction is pretty much your oh shit spell. It's going to heal you from almost dead to full life instantly, which is really important on Death March, which is what I play and what this build's based for. Superior Swallow is really important for a gradual heal. I don't use it as much. It's really good, but it's situational. So the bombs I tend to use, Dancing Star, really good for a lot of animals or regular people. And then Moon Dust is awesome for wraiths and vampires and whatnot. So those are the ones I stick in my inventory most of the time. The only other potions that I use heavily, besides obviously the oils for whatever you're fighting, is going to be Ekamara Decoction, which is your damage against enemies increases vitality, so it heals you while you fight. And then Maribor Forest, which accelerates your generation of adrenaline points and grants you an adrenaline point when you drink it. So as you can see by all of this, your adrenaline gain is through the roof, and your Quen sign is strengthened significantly. So here's the reasoning for all that. So the top two sections are going to be greater red mutagens. That's what I use. For the top three, you're going to want strength training, crushing blows, rend, and then you're going to want muscle memory, precise blows, and razor focus. Now, if you put all three red in the top slots, you're going to get a hefty bonus to your attack power. You're going to get 40% for each. So that's 80%. And then each one of these, this is a strong attack section. So strong attack, strong attack, strong attack. And each one of those is going to give you 5% more adrenaline point gain. So that's 15%. And then they're also going to increase your damage, critical hit chance, etc. So this one for the strong attack, this one for the fast attack. The next thing you're going to want to use is Bear School techniques. So each piece of heavy armor increases your vitality by 5% and strong attack by 5%. So you have four pieces of heavy armor. So that's 20% vitality and 20% attack damage. Pretty big numbers. Rage management, the most important thing in the whole build. If your stamina is too low, signs can be cast using adrenaline points. So there's the whole reason that we're adrenalining so much. That's really bad English, I'm sorry. Razor focus is the second most important one. So this is going to give you an adrenaline point when you enter combat, and your sword blows are going to increase adrenaline 25% faster. So that's really important too. So Sunder Armor is another one that I really love, because when your heavy attack hits an enemy, your next attacks do 25% more damage to the enemy. So that's real big, because this build is all about strong attacks. Acquired Tolerance is really important because this lets you chug potions like nobody's business. When you get it to level 3, every formula you own increases your maximum toxicity, and your potion uptime is increased by 15%. So I have like 251 toxicity right now, which pretty much means I can drink all my potions that I want to and not die. The only other signs that I use are Exploding Shield, and when you're playing on Death March and you get swarmed by a lot of enemies, this will push them off of you when your Quen Shield breaks, which is really important because if you get hit 3 or 4 times in a row, you're going to be dead. So, and it has a chance to knock them down, which opens them up to a finisher, which is an instant kill, so that's real important. And then Active Shield, this turns your Quen into an ability that lets you channel it. So, and it doesn't drain your stamina, so you can just turn it on and hold it on, and when enemies hit it, it heals you. So this is like a turtle effect where you can hide behind your Quen shield, they will hit it until it breaks, all that damage they do is healing you, and then when it explodes, it's pushing them back. And then you're going to want to use Greater Blue Mutagen for your sign intensity. So that's basically what I'm using. Now, you can switch that up in some ways if you wanted to, but this is what I do. So, let me think. That's pretty much all the most important stuff from this section. And so, once you've set that up, let's see some combat. So, I found a monster nest up here. I don't know what it is. So they're insects. And they're a lot higher level than me. So they're 52. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to oil your sword against insects. So that's 50% attack power increase, which is invaluable. You don't want to not have it. Ekmara Decoction. It's going to heal you when you attack them, so chug that. Chug a Maribor Forest. Now, cast your Quen. Alright. Now drink a Thunderbolt, and drink a Tawny Owl. Now look at all these buffs you have. This is going to let you survive and deal damage to enemies that would normally kill you. And so just to, prove, Death March and upscaling is on. So this is as hard as the game gets. Every time your Quen shield breaks, cast it again. See how your Quen shield breaking is pushing them back? Really handy. So I'm going to let myself get hurt a little bit so I can show you the heal. Maybe. So, channel. See, it healed me up. You let go, knocks him back, opens him up for an attack. Now this bear build is really cool because you can trade blows with enemies that are very strong. That would normally kill you. Let's see. Blow up this nest real quick. So that's pretty much how it works. Oh, and there's a warrior. You can use some fire on them. That helps. This guy is pretty strong. And just because you're in bear build doesn't mean you need to eat every attack. Choose when it suits you best to allow yourself to get hit to open up attacks. And as you can see, my adrenaline regen is so high that I can cast Quen anytime I want. And my toxicity is my pool is so high that I'm not in danger of killing myself from constantly drinking potions. There's that big Wen. The thing wrecks. So that's how it works. You're basically using all those adrenaline points to cast lots and lots of signs and take enormous amounts of damage that would normally kill you. And if your toxicity does get up too high, pop into your inventory, go to your oils, eat some of this honey. We'll take it right down. Alright? So that's the gist of it. If you like the way that sounds, it might be worth investing. If you're dying a lot and trying harder difficulties, this could be the build for you. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.